Magic&Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite life energy coach. Under the sun, reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, and also nobody spends as much time with and on their clients like I do. True story. I've designed a program that perfectly works in every single scenario. If the person takes my lead and does all the work that I'm asking you to do. I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me. We meet 2 to 3 times per week. If you have any questions about the coaching, all the information is below. In order to be in coaching, you need to pre-book, sign the coaching agreement by hand, and you will need to scan it and send it to me. If you have any difficulty doing that, go ahead and email me as well. And also, I want to remind everybody that the entry-level coaching packages are still available. Those are the monthly Magic and Miracles audios. And those are the audios that you get 3 times per week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as well as the video school. And the video school is basically a 1-month package, 12 videos, again, sent to you via a link that you can download them from on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But that's a one-time package deal, just like I said, and you will keep those videos. You can rewatch them, etc. once you've downloaded them. What you cannot do, and this will be part of the coaching agreement that you will sign, is distribute them, profit from them, make them out to be your own. The same goes for the audios, the same goes for anything that you hear in my coaching. Okay, so that's that. Everything is copyright protected. Again, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. Hi, you know nothing. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, darling. So today's topic. Hi, Yara. I wish this chat was saved. If anybody knows how to save the chat in the lives, let me know. Hi, Katvi. Please let me know, because I have no idea how to keep our chat. Like, I'm sure there's one like little button somewhere that I have to box or some shit like that I have to check, but I just don't know, and neither does my assistant. And don't you know, he's my assistant for a reason. There is a way to have the chat stay. Really? Oh, my darling, lovely you. Could you please tell me how? I would be ever so obliged. And bring back the ones that have been, if that makes sense, right? Because there's a tiny juicy stuff there. So anyway, so that's the coaching packages. Why I'm different from other coaches, I'm very direct. I will never lie to you. I will never promise you something I can deliver. The understanding should be that you trust me, and that you take my guidance. And also don't be lazy to do what you need to do. Okay, I can only tell you what to do. I can't do it for you. So huge difference there. Okay, so the topic of today is like it never happened. Okay. Okay, Katvi says, YouTube may have changed things, but I have seen chats replayed and videos posted. Yeah, I've seen that too, and I'm like, what don't I don't know. I must not understand something for sure. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry yourself over it. But so we're gonna talk about parallel realities, of course. Thank you, Katvi. So sweet she is. She says, I got you. So the idea is this, essentially. You've lived this life before, okay? You've lived many lives before. And for whatever reason, your attention is here now. There's a reason why you're here and not somewhere else right now, your consciousness, that is. And so the reason is very much to learn something, to change yourself, to redo something. This is a do-over. This is just my opinion, my poetic right to interpret things. You don't have to run and start freaking out. This is just my opinion. This is what I believe. This is how I see the world. Okay. So for whatever reason you're doing this over and you're trying to figure out a better way for things to go this time around. This is why, it's not an accident that so many people are suddenly drawn to all of this, trying to better themselves. Like they really, it feels impossible for you to go on until you fix something within yourself. It's like blatantly obvious to you that something needs to be extracted out of your life, changed, transformed, this, that, and the other. Okay, because the overall kind of intensity of the energies right now, it's kind of like pressuring you to make a better choice, grow up in a spiritual sense, and redo something. And so if you're going in to this whole conversation with that agenda, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to learn. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to literally excel at manifesting. Then it becomes a little bit easier to start buying into different versions of events. Because if you're doing this over, and again, this might not resonate with a lot of people, it certainly resonates with me because of the quality of my dreams, and I'm sure a lot of people will resonate, where you constantly traveling anyway already, like you constantly are at the same time in several like places, in other words, different dimensions. I don't know how else to say it. So for you to change something by jumping to another parallel reality is a fucking sneeze. You're a multi-dimensional being. There's a part of you that's living out the past right now. There's a meaning not contemporary, okay? There's a part of you who's already in the future. There's a part of you everywhere and in any, like in every kind of form. Okay, you've been a man, you've been a woman, you've been an animal, all of that shit. So for whatever reason right now, this is super important for you to adjust something. So use this kind of like almost transcendental meditation type thing where you zoom out of, the all the problems that you're seemingly faced with right now and realize that wow, man, I'm focusing like on this like tiny ant on the ground, and I am the giant that there is in the universe. It takes on a whole other meaning, all these like stories about SPs and this and that, because you realize, well, wait a minute. So if I'm able to live all these parallel lives, if I'm able to jump, dimensions at will, if I'm so powerful, I even came in on purpose to planet Earth with a certain agenda, like, don't you think you can change your money? Don't you think you can change your SP? Right? Don't you think this is completely fucking trivial for you, like chewing gum? Right? And so personally, I've tried, I've been dreaming things like that, I don't know, since child. I'm not trying to brag, by the way, every time I say that, but I've been dreaming these dreams since I was like 6 or some shit like that. And it was like, would not make any sense to me back then, but the older I get, the more I'm like, aha moments, like every 5 seconds, it's a multidimensional story you're living in, and you're so freaking powerful. You can manage all of this. Like, don't you think if you start allowing yourself to really be greeted with all of this knowledge about who you truly are, you will start tapping into that? And the answer, of course, is yes. And so for you to change anything, like the title says, like it never happened, meaning you're choosing a reality in which something went differently. And to answer your question, Yara, is it like revision? I think it's okay if you want to use it like that, sure, but it's a lot bigger than revision. It's the understanding that you literally jumped into a completely different reality. And therefore, first of all, whatever you say goes in that reality. Whatever you say goes, period. But because you're selecting something, oh, somebody gave me money. That's funny. Hold on, let me finish. Because you're jumping an entire reality and you're choosing on purpose to do it, you're selecting that reality. So you could call it a revision, not really. You're just deliberately choosing that reality in which that was already so. Okay, does that make sense? Somebody just gave me 48 cents. I'm really, really grateful. I'm sorry. Am I so fucking blasé right now? I can't believe it's allowed. Everything happening all at once. Right, Kat. Kat V says, everything happening all at once. Kat V says, no wonder I'm so tired. Oh my God, too funny. You are funny. Yara says, it can be overwhelming sometimes. Not really. Not really. Um, I think it's so, I would just view it as an empowered situation, you know? Um, night, I would view it like something that you were born with. You know, you are born to do this shit, and you will forever be doing this. But I mean, becoming aware of it, yeah, I guess maybe it could be overwhelming. Okay, hold on 1 second. I started saying, Ketvi says, I started saying, look what money got me today. Like money itself is my sugar daddy. Oh, okay, got it. Look what money got me today. Money seems to appreciate that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what are these people sending me $2 for? Who do they think that I am? Seriously. What am I gonna do with that? Go to Taco Bell? Um super chat. Okay. I don't even know how to get that money, even if I wanted to. Okay, Yara, yes, I understand now. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. My young sub cat. That's a super chat tip sort of thing. Okay. Thank you, Kat. I just saw that. Okay, I guess I should say thank you. Thanks for the money, but you know. Yeah, you're here because of Kat. That's awesome. Do you need a moderator? I already have one. Her name is Kat V. she's way more than a moderator. She's like a bouncer over here. Don't mess with Kat. I'm so serious. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Kindly, if anybody could. Right. So choosing another reality. I mean, this is how you create everything, but it becomes more noticeable when you invest a lot of very different energy towards something else, something different, something radically different than what you were seeing just a day ago, just an hour ago. Oh my God, it happened to me like so many times. Again, not bragging, but like if you're really intense about it, it's like, so again, back to title, like it never happened. I've had several situations where it literally could not have been explained how all of a sudden this now turned into this. Okay. But because I was so intense about it, because I was so determined and I was so, I overpowered it so much, the circumstance in front of me, that I jumped completely into a reality where whatever happened in the past had zero effect on what I wanted to do next, what I wanted to attract next. And let's just pretend in the past timeline, it would have, if that makes any sense. So that's what I mean. So everybody's throwing at me their $2 like I'm a stripper. But thank you. Where is it? Cat V, you can on your tools make what? On your tools make me an actual moderator. Oh, yeah. If I knew how to do that though. I'll find out. That I think I can find out how to do that. Get the bodyguard. um anyway, thank you, Mayank. I'm gonna throw a big party. Inflation baby 2 isn't even stripper. Yeah, I mean, like, let's talk like at 1,000. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. Something like, no, I'm just saying, I don't even know what I think minimum it should be like literally $10. I don't know, 5, 10. Pretend I'm a church. I think even churches like minimum $5. Oh my God, too funny. I don't even know what to do with that account. Anyway, so back to the discussion. um, you will literally have shifted into another situation where you begin to notice that something completely has shifted right now. Okay? Something completely shifted. And there is no other explanation other than you described that reality first, wrote it down perhaps, felt how it would be to be there. And then when you really needed it the most, it showed up for you. Or you just kept summoning it with your feeling and it just showed up for you. And you can't find any evidence of the other reality existing, or it just doesn't affect you at all. Okay, I've done this numerous of times, and there is no explanation. So don't look so much for the explanation as much as being aware of like just what you're doing essentially with your mind. And this is why, in coaching, that's what I do. My job one and the only job really is for me to leave you in a place where you are completely confident in your creative power, and you know exactly when you're doing what, meaning when you're creating in a constructive fashion and when you're not creating in that way. Okay, like literally, here is me focusing on something, and I can do it. I know I can do it, and I'm doing it. So in before you ever get to this stage, though, chances are, if you're not manifesting right now, there's something stopping you. And as subtle as that can be sometimes, it's really powerful. As insignificant as it might seem to you right now, it's really powerful, obviously, because it's not letting you manifest something. Okay, so whenever you get to identify that, either by yourself, but better done in coaching, you pretty much become more on purpose about becoming that new version who can, not so much new, but really being that person who can take complete control over their life. And even if sometimes something does manifest that is not so great, it's so minor, it's forgotten, about within like hours or so. Okay, or can be dealt with. Okay. doo, doo, doo. Yara says it's not logical. No, nothing is very logical. My young says, "Where are you, cat? She's making me confident, and you are not here." I'm gonna try my confidence. Okay. World, hey, how are you? So I don't understand this whole money situation on top of my screen. But anyway, and so does anybody have questions, maybe in your particular situation, that I can answer based on what I just said? If you're starting, you need to like rewind, watch really quick, and then come back. So then it becomes really easy to understand how you create anything. You're just choosing it, lining up with the frequency, lining up with the reality. You're completely there and experiencing it without having to have the evidence in front of you. The more delusional you get, the more, yes, non-logical. And I would say delusional is not the right word, and here's why. Because to be delusional is to really not understand what's happening, but you actually understand exactly what you're doing when you're ignoring something and you're creating something instead. So that's not delusional. This is like really intense, really powerful creation technique, really powerful way of getting yourself with your whatever it is happens to be, object or person, as quickly as possible, essentially. Okay. Ketvi, how do you revise the trolls not being here? Just kidding. Yeah, good question. As I was thinking about that just yesterday, about that topic. And I was dreading, this is why I was like, should I talk about myself on YouTube? When it came to manifestation, like I knew I would have to talk about me, and there was a period of time where I was like, I don't think I wanna because of this kind of situation. But then it became impossible, and like I just accepted that it comes with the territory, you know? And I'm not gonna waste my energy fixing everybody. I just don't care. I think that's a better approach than revising everybody. I think that's a waste of time. Do you have time like that? The trolls only help the algorithm. That's so true. And I wish I could talk. At some point I will. With the pink elephant in the room. At some point I will. Yeah, they have only ever helped me. All the trolls and all the haters have ever only helped me. So that's why I don't fix trolls. Anyway, Yara, can we revise that we never met someone in the first place? Yeah, you asked me that last time. Why is it so important to you again? Week 2, same question. Mr. Abu Dakar. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. Hello, new here. Hello and welcome. How am I doing? I'm doing fabulous. Hope the same for you. For example, Yara says, for example, in one reality, someone likes a third party of any kind never existed. Oh, the third party never existed. I have a more humanistic approach in my coaching. I don't ask for my clients to stretch themselves that far, because chances are, since they've manifested the third party, they are already dealing with some kind of a thing that's not gonna let them manifest something so extraordinary, meaning pretending like somebody never existed and actually having evidence of that is a pretty fucking powerful manifestation. So if you have a third party situation, you first need to learn how to unmanifest that third party and then pretend she never was there. Baby steps, in other words. So if you're manifesting a third party, your confidence, your self-esteem, chances are, sorry, Jake's hair on my face. Chances are your confidence is in the toilet. You don't believe in yourself. So starting from that state and trying to manifest this kind of revision, it might not help you at all. I think the priority one in that situation would be taking care of yourself, building up your confidence, taking care of business, literally and metaphorically. Okay. I just did. Mr. Abu Dakar. Is that better? Please pronounce my name. Sorry. So that's that. Anybody else? People are so shy on my channel, and then I get like 300 emails. I'm not even kidding. Hello from Turkey. Hello. You see that? People are watching me everywhere. um, okay, no questions. So, in other words, then it becomes the question then becomes how quickly can you become that powerful, right? Thank you. What's his name? Kafkas. That's almost in Russian. Anyway, it becomes the question like how fast can you achieve that state of this power? Um, Anushka, I'm from India. Love you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Love India. Um, how quickly can you become this powerful? It depends. That's the question that I always get asked. And everybody's individual. So I don't copy and paste my method with people. I think that's really ignorant to do. And I know that a lot of coaches do that. I do have a coaching program, but then I custom make it, depending on how the coaching is going and how fast or how slow we're going. Not that you're slow, but it's just through my coaching program. Um, and then I moderate it according to what we need to work on. So everybody's different and everybody needs different time, different things. And I have no way of predicting how you, particular person listening to me right now, are going to be in my coaching. If you're respectful, if you take my guidance, if you don't rebuttal me, we could probably do it in 2 to 3 months, and which is why I always say that. But now, first of all, if you disrespect me, it's over. But if you just simply need more time processing, like I've had 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Sometimes people go through a lot of fucking shit. So then what? And not for nothing, but like I'm not a therapist, but in coaching, you get to achieve more. And I fucking wish there was a coach like when I was trying therapists, back when I was like in my early 20s, that I could find a coach, because with a coach you get somebody like a guide, right? A therapist is not a fucking guide. They're not allowed to tell you what to do or even suggest. They just leave it up to you entirely, and you could be there for years. Okay, rather than like, I wish somebody just plainly told me what the fuck is happening and what I should do, And when you're in a state of panic and despair, it's very hard to see what is really there. And so that's what I'm allowed to do as a coach. So if if that my direct approach isn't frightening to you, I'm very delicate and patient in person. You would never know, but I really, really am. Um, just be ready for some truth, I feel like, because that's what's going to help you and cure you. Today we're drinking, hold on, blueberry green tea. Not so fabulous. It's okay, but the USPS is very late with my package of black tea, the Paris tea. Oh my God, I'm so in love with that tea. It's like completely bonkers. So they're late and I have to wait till Monday. Cat V, a lot of things are repressed, which means compressed. Pushed down and compacted, like garbage in the receptacle. Yeah. That's how people manifest all sorts of crazy shit. So really, and again, I want to stress this because I think people don't realize like how much they have suppressed until they start talking, and until they really start being honest when they're talking. Shit, that's really powerful, because it may seem trivial, again, it may seem very subtle, very self-explanatory, la 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 la, but it's very powerful. And if somebody knows what they're doing, they'll do a good job with you. Okay, random. Okay, I need some magic. Great. Cat V. Oh no, blueberry green tea. No me. I know it's okay. It's tolerable. Listen, out of all the not so great green teas, this is probably the king. But I'm already so over the moon with the other tea that, you know what I mean? I'm loyal. um, Okay, Yara says, how can we change our assumptions about food? What do you mean? Green tea, Ketvi says, green tea is a particular taste and blueberry, yeah, that's exactly what I thought this morning. Yeah, just give me the green tea. Don't add shit to it. You know, it's already good as it is. Hi, Anna. How are you? Ba, ba, ba. Hey, Anna, what's up? I'm fabulous. Thank you for asking how I'm doing. My young, try cigars. What? Doesn't make any sense. Yara, like stay healthy and ideal weight. Okay, well, what are you eating now? No matter what I eat or drink, you lose weight. I mean, it has to be believable to you. I mean, you can't go to McDonald's every single day and expect to lose weight. It's just not gonna happen. First of all, it's not even healthy for you. Sorry if I just broke somebody's heart out there. I think you have to be reasonable. I think your conscious mind and your subconscious mind have to have a meeting and agree on shit. Like you cannot go to McDonald's every single day and lose weight. I think that's pretty reasonable. I wouldn't starve myself, but I wouldn't, just enough, but also have a variety of things. Have the sweets, but in moderation. Just listen, you can get away with anything. I eat what I want to eat. Like I'm a vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian, okay? Not really vegan, but whatever. Why? Because that's what I really like. This is how I feel in my body. This is what my body tells me that it wants. But if your body is different and it wants, let's just say, chocolate every day or every other day, and that's your necessity in life to feel happy, then have it. Just don't have a whole box of it. You know what I mean? Really reasonable. But then at the same time, with the subconscious mind, have a meeting and say, whatever I eat, I'm the same shape. I'm the same perfect ideal shape. That's the agreement that my higher self and I have. Sometimes I do gain weight a little bit if I'm like kind of like stressing over some project and like working a lot, and then I catch a break and I go right back. But generally speaking, like the same, I mean, I've looked the same since I'm like, I don't know, 17 or something. I hope that makes sense. I hope it wasn't so simplistic. But it kind of is. Okay, let me go back to the comments. I'm eating pretty healthy. Yes. That's good. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing because of other comments. Yeah, so good. So just have that narrative from yours. Just agree with your subconscious mind where it's like, don't worry about it. This new rules, and just get used to this idea and feel in your body like that perfect like whenever I lost weight, I would just imagine myself. I would change nothing. Okay, a couple of times I gained like a lot of weight for me. I went from like size 4, size 2 to size 8 or 10 in 6 months, and then another time I went from whatever size 4 to I think also 10 or 12. It was too much for me, and so one day I just had enough, and I'm like, I don't, whatever. It is what it is, but I want to be thin again. I remember what it feels like to be thin. I remember what my body felt like in clothes. I just know, like, if I put my hands on my waist, then there's very little room in between, and this kind of situation, the imagination of it. But also, way more than that, just placing yourself in a different body, the body that is considerably thinner, that you could feel the difference. And if you do this, you start tricking your mind again to jump into that reality, into that body. that is exactly like that. And don't you know, I mean, I don't know how many months it was, but something very quick. So let's just say I was over my weight, normal weight for, I don't know, 6, 7 months or something. I lost that weight like within a month or so, a month or two, that kind of situation. It has nothing to do with what you eat. I just, for your mind, your conscious mind, to buy into it being able to be quick. Horn honked on McDonald's is not good. Yes. McDonald's. It's funny, cat. Um, my young says something intelligent for the first time in all this conversation. By the way, I do fasting. I only eat 2 times. Meat diet. Yeah, for some people, meat diet. Yeah, I've heard of that. Fasting also, I did that. That's extraordinary. Seriously extraordinary. I would not use it to lose weight. I think it's too harsh, and because I've tried it myself. And you do it for cleansing more than anything. You don't do it for to lose weight. It's not sustainable. Let's just put it this way. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, I gotta catch up. Lunch and dinner. No. Yara, and can we become taller, for example, like physical appearance change? Yeah, of course. I mean, I've talked about my boobs, no? My channel made my boobs bigger, considerably bigger than they were supposed to be when I was, doesn't make any sense how I have what I have, because on my father's side, it's like too big, and on my mother's side, it's too small. And I was like, "No, I'm gonna be like right in the middle, perfect everything." That's exactly what I did. And I decided that when I was like, I don't know, 19, something like that. And it worked out pretty great. So yeah, you can do that. To create a body that will love, well, that's important. Even through, like, see, that's the other thing with the losing of weight. I never really, how can I say, never hated myself for it. Like, didn't hate myself through it, like gaining the weight. I was just like, well, whatever, my body's going through something. I don't care. You know, to the outside world, it was like, oh, look, Anna gained a lot of weight. And to me, it was just like, whatever. I still went out on dates. People still asked me out. I was having a grand old time. Sometimes there's some things that energetically, like the second time was when I had just left my drug addict ex-boyfriend. So naturally, there was a lot of like huge detox going on in my mind. So I was just like, whatever, my body is just going through something. Anna, we seriously, Ketvi goes, Anna, we seriously are too effing similar. I'm Viking. You're Viking? I'm vibing to have you in my, yeah, vibing to have you in my reality. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between me and my clients. What can I say? Just meeting up on the same frequency, I guess. Most of them, I should say. 99.999%. If you're the 1%, you know who you are. Oh. Oh my God. My young says, damn, so she roasted me and also appreciated me. Yeah, I do that a lot. Comes with the territory. That makes me feel good, like no brain fogs, nothing. Yara, I wasn't here then. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see my potential. Wow. Dude, it's a job just to read this chat. Can you imagine when like there's a 300 people will be here? I'm gonna not read it at all. I just be like, good night and goodbye and good luck. I'm gonna say my piece and ciao ciao. Call me later. Anyway, hold on, let me catch up. I see my potential having you in my reality. You're a mirror. See my potential having you in my reality. It's a little bit of a confusing sentence if I'm perfectly honest, but we'll go with it. My young. Now I want to see. Oh God, fuck you. Um, Kobe is my goat. I'm edging right now. Okay, great. I don't even know what any of this means. Um, Yara, just to feel good in our own skin and feel confident. Yes, I would say that. Yeah, I was definitely confident when I was losing weight. It didn't bother me at all. Really, really didn't. I was like, whatever, you know. And I think when you're in that state, when you're not bothered by it, it can go quicker. You know, when you don't like hate yourself for it or whatever. Don't start hating food. Food has nothing to do with it. You know, that kind of situation. Um, uh, Kat and I will be happy to be your moderators. I need two already, huh? Having you in my reality shows me what I'm capable of. Oh, yeah, okay, got it now. Kat V, and being so similar makes your status for me more realistic. Oh, yeah, I would just focus more on being who you are, being very authentic. Like somebody, I can't remember who it was now, I think it was last time, said authenticity is the highest vibration. And I would have to really agree because when you're doing something simply because you're really passionate about it, you're not really yet kind of thinking about the financial side even. You're just doing it as a means of creativity, as a means of being who it is you really are, then it's like money's gonna come like no fucking problem, first of all, but it has to come from a place of truth, you know, like complete and utter truth, where it's like, do you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? And your answer should be absolutely, like till the day I die, you know, kind of deal. So that's like, to me, this is why I'm so adamant, like a broken record, for people to really understand it, how much it means to really be the version of yourself first, and then get to your manifestations. Because when you have your authentic life, when you have your authenticity in place and you respecting yourself, when you doing exactly what you love, like everything and everybody else will conform, like they say in manifestation, circle circles. um Yara, Anna, I heard that if we imagine in the third person and not first person, someone else will receive our manifestation. What are your thoughts about it? Why do people devise these self-punishing scenarios? I will never understand. No, that doesn't. I think it it actually is that when you imagine from the first person, it's a more accurate representation of what you'll see, and it's a lot easier and faster to get it. That's it. If you imagine third person, it's not the actual thing that you're going to see when you manifest it. But somebody else getting it, let somebody else worry about their shit. Jobin, hi, how are you? Doing fabulous, how are you? Everybody's responsible for their own realities. That's the beauty of it. So like when people are manifesting third parties or you know, doing things that seemingly will intrude into other people's free will, you know, you're the only one who's deciding which reality you happen to be. You can happen to be in a reality where that third party is no longer an issue. So, and Yara, parenthesis here, about that question in particular, I would say, why eradicate the whole thing as a reminder? Just don't produce it again. right? And then also learn what it's there to teach you. Eradicating, it sounds to me a little bit like you're refusing to look at what you need to look at. So everybody in your reality is bringing you the information about what it is you need, that you have going on inside. I'm not saying that even a good person may not run into like some asshole once in a while, but people you hang around with the most, et cetera, your direct kind of entourage, let's just say, that is a complete depiction of who you are, okay, internally. So if there's a third party already, that person has a message for you. It has a message for you. It's very useful to not eradicate the message, but to process the message and understand that it's there to serve you, you know? Otherwise, we'll be eradicating people left and right. And what's the fun in that, please? You know what I mean? So anytime I want to change something, I'm jumping into a parallel reality. I do this every day, all day. Jobbing. I'm also good. Where are you from? Well, what do you mean? Where I am now? Or do you want my biography? Oh, look at this. I have to take a screenshot. Ketvi, let him speak. I actually, you know what, not for nothing, but I actually manifested this. Immortal Coil, whom you've heard about, says, don't extract your messages now because I already, yeah, don't bounce him yet. Okay, I apologize for venting on you. Your channel isn't the place for me to dump negativity. Thank you. Because I wasn't getting the exact results I wanted. Thank you very much. The comment didn't even deserve a response. I know it didn't, but you illustrated to me a lot of other people, so thank you for that. Always grateful. It was disrespectful. You were right. Oh, see, that's nice. I love it. But I did manifest this apology because I was like, my subscribers know fucking better about me. Okay. Which is why it was so surprising. Okay. Well, that's lovely. That just made my day. I turned one person's mind around. That's lovely. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to go through things. I think the ultimate situation is, you know, fix the shit. Which my clients are gonna quote me back from my life. Yeah, Anna, just fix the shit, just like that, you know, because I'm a magician. Like, what do you think we all are? Like, superheroes over here? I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. Always have to backtrack. Just fix the shit, okay? Go ahead. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it means to come off like, you know, encouraging. You know, just fix the address the shit. Okay, that's another one. Address the shit. Fix the shit. It sounds better actually. Oh my god, I'm getting hot under these lights. Okay. So anybody else with the questions? There's a Russian showing up in my chat. No, we only speak English here. Sorry. He's like, can you talk in Russian? Can I fly? Can you speak simultaneously in 5 different languages? Yara, I love that one. I'm going to use it. Yeah, it's the shit. I'm so serious. Like, I mean, this is what I do, right? In the morning, just if you just decide in the morning to go ahead, no, fuck the Russian. No, leave him. No, he just wants to hear some Russian words. I don't know. Maybe he's homesick or something. Don't worry about him. Russian speak. You tell me on babushka. You know what babushka means? An old lady. You just called me an old lady. Anyway. Oh my god. I'm having too much fun. Okay. Um, I'm not sure. Wait, you know nothing. I'm not sure with the do-over stuff, but I do agree that we are multidimensional. I'm interested in hearing more about transporting to different realities or timelines more easily. Didn't I just like give a whole lecture? Okay, hold on. Let me read and I'll respond. Immortal Coil. Yeah, I got a lot of to work on. Anyway, still love what you do. Please don't ever stop. Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay. Only word I know for a Russian person in chat. Oh, okay, got it. Um, more about transporting to different realities or timelines. Okay. What anybody wants to summarize what I've said thus far, or should I? All right, I'll do it. You have to identify with what it is you want, meaning not with. You have to identify what it is you want. Okay, so let's just say, use an example in which I attract $100 million. Okay, we'll go with money. It's a little bit easier. You're gonna have an adjustment period in reaching that frequency. However, if you are set on that vibration and you have completely chosen that reality on purpose, you will energetically jump into that reality simply by associating with it, like as you have $100 million. In other words, your vibration will go out into the universe and match up with the reality effortlessly. So now, in order to fabricate this, you give the feeling first. Give the feeling before you receive. Okay, it's the easiest shit in the world. That when you feel something before it even happens, it is a sure guarantee that it will happen. So this is how you jump realities, but you really need to choose it on purpose and not leave out any specific things so that you get exactly what you want. I hope that makes it clear. And that timeline and that parallel reality can look as different as you want it to be. And the more you practice this shit, the more obviously virtuoso you become. So experiment. Yara, Anna, is it important to think that we have what we want 24/7? No. No. Like robotic affirming. No. I don't like that. I can't stand it. Yeah, a lot of people can't. Because it has a robotic implies no feeling. How are you going to manifest anything without a feeling? Don't worry, I'll wait. The very thing that you need to propel your desire is missing and you're expecting a result? Amazing. So I'm not saying it might not work for some people, but those would be the people who feel that or have the ability to feel that. And to me, scripting is a very powerful situation because you're literally describing something that you will later encounter. Your mind is not so opposed to a story versus one declaration. I call them declarations from now on, courtesy of Cat V. Develop a story rather than come to the conclusion all of a sudden. In other words, if I'm saying I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, what does that fucking mean? First of all, how much? Where do I live? What do I do? What ideas I have? What happened? Some kind of an idea of what happened with your life. Not like I'm wealthy. Okay, under what circumstances did this happen? Did you use your childhood dream to do this? Did you what? What happened? Stories are so important. All you're doing is all day long, you know nothing. This is for you also. You're a storyteller. You're just telling stories. Would you believe it? This bug just crawled all over me like it's his house. um, telling the story, not like, oh, I'm delusional and I'm telling the story in 3D of what I want to happen. It's telling a story on paper and familiarizing yourself with that parallel reality. And your subconscious mind has very little resistance towards the story. And it's like, sometimes you overhear somebody telling a story and then you experience something like that. Or you heard something on TV or whatever, some movie you watched, and then you start seeing these items or people or situations like that everywhere, whatever you kind of like allowed to entertain. And to me, it's a much healthier way, time much better spent to create a story of your new life, of your past, whatever. This is kind of like we're going full circle here, like it never happened, like making the most impossible thing to evaporate out of your life or to create some impossible outcome, seemingly impossible. Like making something appear and making something disappear. But that would have been too long of a title. Okay. So that is essentially what needs to happen. But affirming something when you haven't even, entertained like a feeling about it and how it would feel at the end of it, I don't know. What the fuck? You know? I don't know. That's why I don't know how these people swear by them. Yara says, thank you for this live, Anna. I'll fix my shit. Okay, thank you. Robotic affirmations gives me anxiety. Yeah. Katvi, I would agree with that for sure. Yara, emotions and feelings are the same. I think an emotion is something temporary. It can come in and go, and the feeling that stays, if you accept that emotion as part of your life, I think feeling is like a prolonged way of being, of vibrating. In other words, emotion can arise, but you don't have to keep it. But a feeling, to me, is something like almost kind of like a backdrop of your life. So it can become a situation in which, this is why I work with people in my coaching about their drama, trauma, panorama, picking up other people's feelings, making them your own, and never separating yourself from that and becoming authentic is the biggest crime that people commit against themselves. It's not really a crime, but, it's the biggest situation that a lot of people go through without ever finding out who they really are, who they really would rather be. And if you have the audacity and the delusion to start questioning things in a very healthy way, then, you can fix your shit. And you can you can start creating out of desire and passion rather than, well, this is what I think that I'm worth kind of outlook. Oh my god, who are all these people? I'm trying to parody Jerry Seinfeld. It's as simple as making a decision, I would say, and what? Ketvi, I have my setting set to all messages in my chat feed, and I'm not seeing Yara and others you're reading. That's weird. I promise you I'm not hallucinating. I can't see Ketvi. That's interesting. Okay, I don't know how to do that. How to fix that chat for you. Sorry. You know nothing. Thank you for explaining. Love the subject. I will rewatch this video tomorrow. Kept getting distracted by all the random guys perving on you tonight. Great. Yeah, well, that's why it's a live situation, not a session. Okay. Yeah, who invited these guys? Anyway, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty, thank you, Yara, love you too. Pretty kind of precise. It needs to be, though, that you understand that everything, by the way, that I record on my channel is a goalpost. Okay, it's not, you shouldn't feel bad if you're not there. You shouldn't feel bad if you don't understand something. You shouldn't feel bad if, you're not there yet, you can't create this way. This is a goalpost. This is like what is achievable when you do the work on yourself. And manifestation is truly the easiest thing. You're already doing it. You just have to do it in your favor, which is what you need to get more used to doing. What's my Instagram? It's all the info is in the description. Okay. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you, Kat V. Thank you, Yara. Thank you, you know nothing. Can't wait for you to change that username, by the way. Until next Saturday. Thank you so much. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.